Alone before the us, learn to love your solitude. The city never sleeps, but he does, too much so lately. On the outside, New York is a spectacle. On the inside, a silent storm. James, 27, had given everything for a relationship, and lost it. Now, love seemed like a puzzle he didn't want to put back together. But, how does someone rebuild themselves when the internal noise is louder than that of the city around them? In the heart of Central Park, something begins to change. Here, among trees that have seen generations of stories, James finds space to breathe. To listen. He realizes that loneliness is not an enemy. It's an invitation. A call to look within and discover what remained after the storm. It is in that moment, surrounded by silence, that he begins to understand, before seeking love in another, he must find it within himself. James understood that life, like water, flows. He realized he couldn't control every current, but he could learn to move with it. Embracing what cannot change and finding balance between what was and what can be, that was his new challenge. It was no longer about fighting the external world, but about flowing with it. Sometimes, change doesn't require a great heroic act. It only requires a moment of stillness, a step toward harmony with our surroundings. After days of reflection, of flowing with the changes, James finally faces the most important decision, to act. Because true transformation doesn't happen only in the mind, but in the doing. It's not a goodbye filled with resentment, nor an attempt to recover something lost. It's a declaration of freedom, an act of virtue and logic. It's his way of saying that he learned to love solitude before seeking us again. Loneliness is not a void, but the space where we begin to build. And in that building, we find a new version of ourselves, stronger, wiser. Before looking for another partner, learn to value your solitude.